This week on
Measure twice.
Popcorn, let me out! King Kong leaves!
Let me back up real quick.
This is like a piggy bank. It's no good if it's empty.
The team is getting together pretty well.
Eric up because somebody else took my...
If he doesn't get his act together, I don't know what's gonna happen.
I'm not getting in the middle of that one.
Since the beginning of time, humans have been driven by some inexplicable force to make their mark on the planet. The pyramids, the Great Wall of China, the 57 Cadillac. But then, the quest changed from bigger to smaller. The compact disc, the microchip, the miniskirt. But big is back in a big way.
Another big week, another big idea. I wonder what Frank has in store for us this time.
Let me tell you, I love movies. I can watch westerns, comedies, dramas, anything. But what makes a movie really good is a big tub of hot, fresh popcorn. So what I'm doing right now is I'm gonna go visit my buddy Greg. He runs the Newport Beach Film Festival. I'm gonna see if he'll let us put our big popcorn machine out on opening night so I can feed the masses. So Greg, what do you think? Opening night, we'll have the popcorn machine out here. I'm gonna feed all your customers, all these people coming from around the world.
Okay.
My popcorn, my builder's gonna be here out there with me. You're a good man, Greg.
Thank you,
I
Frank.
can't contain myself. Thanks.
We're in a lot of pressure. We're going to have a ton of people, 1,300 people just on opening night alone.
Okay.
So,
Well, you have the people there. I'll make sure they're well fed.
all right.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll see you next week.
All right. Thanks
Take
again,
care.
Frank. Take care.
Hey guys, this week's build, we're making a popcorn popper. Follow me. Come on over here. Come on.
All right.
You're gonna love this. It's a doozy.
Right.
Here you go. Check it out. Check it out. Got extras. Hey Gadget, I need you to do me a favor. Could you tell me how a popcorn machine works?
It's pretty simple. You have, apart from the box, there's a kettle inside that has an electric element on the bottom. On top of that, there's a motor that turns a little steel stirring rod that keeps the kettles from burning on the bottom. Once the oil has reached about 450 degrees, the kernels will pop, and there you have popcorn.
Oh man, that's really cool. Binary. Well, hey guys, we gotta come together on this one, okay? Because I already have a big event for this popcorn machine. It's gonna be for the opening night of a film festival, so there's gonna be a ton of people there, and they're gonna be wanting some popcorn. And don't forget, you only have a limited amount of time to build this, okay? I'll see you guys later.
Frank's definition of limited time
All right.
is 4 days, 7 hours, and 37
Little
minutes.
guy here. Look at the scale on this thing.
All right, let's break this down in jobs of who can do what. Wing should take the wheel. Maybe that's his specialty. I'll take the frame of this. You want to take the top? Eric and Lisa will bounce back and forth between us.
And this is an actual box we're going to hold popcorn in?
We'll have that box and we can just shovel popcorn from inside of here into there. Once we get that together, I guess we can start working on this kettle. You've got experience with burners, so we can work on figuring the burners out there.
What kind of metal?
Well, I think we'll just skin it with aluminum because that's an easy material to work with and it'll be light.
The team breaks out some raw materials. But before they build, the big question is how big is big?
These tubes here are actually you see the legs starting from the bottom running all the way to the top. These will be the tubes that we're using for that. Get this 8 and then level it, and then you can start slapping those pieces in. So I'm gonna mark these for Eric to cut down.
Hop right up on the table, man. Elisa and I are chopping up the horizontal support for our popcorn machine.
Well, I just noticed Christoph cutting that metal over there, and he doesn't even have the metal going through the saw level. So I understand he's an artist, but you know, as fabricators, we got to get this stuff precise, or it's gonna be a mess. Because those things can be short or long, and either one is gonna screw us up.
For our resident artists, it's all about form and feel. But for the builders, it's precision and perfection.
Set that one out. That's a short one. We're building this stuff. If we start getting all these things out by like an eighth, when she welds it, it's gonna pull.
Yeah.
So that's why it's really important that we're as accurate as we can be.
That's a pretty tricky saw.
They're not 90. I noticed that I saw your metal kind of up at an angle. We can make these work.
This chop saw is just...
Well, no, the chop saw...
I'm setting the blade and I'm measuring twice and cutting once, you know?
Well,
so...
If your marker's that wide, you should grab a different marker.
I didn't use a marker.
What'd you use?
Well, I got a soapstone, but I decided not to use it. It's not accurate enough.
Yeah. Little short pieces we can clamp on the side of the tube?
Yeah. A structure this big, if you're 1/16 of an inch off, we're not doing robotics here, so I think we're pretty cool.
Even though we're building big, we need a higher level of accuracy just to make it look good.
Measure twice, cut once.
Measure twice, cut once.
Measure twice, definitely. Cut once. I'm doing some gas metal arc welding, and I'm gonna run some vertical fillet welds. Well, you know, on the frame, just on the outside, just to hold it in place. Then we'll flip them off, and I'll do the other sides. I like what I do. I have a passion for welding. I want my welds to look as pretty as a rose with the morning dew on it. They reflect me.
Float. 88 right there. I'm at 118 and 3/8.
King Kong Lazy. 300 pounds of big mama. I'm 300 pounds and I'll swing on it with one hand and put 3 other folks that's 300 or 400 pounds to jump on it. I never second guess my work. Maybe my dancing abilities, but not my welds.
Ever wonder why popcorn pops? Listen up. Popcorn kernels contain a small amount of water encased in a hull. Heat it too fast and it'll shrivel and burn. Too slow and all the steam will escape. But when heated to 450 degrees Fahrenheit, the steam creates the precise amount of pressure inside the kernel. As the pressure builds, the kernel explodes, turning itself inside out. And as it explodes, the starch inside the kernel solidifies, resulting in a fluffy piece of popcorn. That tastes good too.
Popcorn up in here.
Before they turn this Big Daddy into a proud popper, they're going to need some supersized old-school spoked wheels.
What this machine does is it's got a magnetic head here, so whatever shape I cut out and put on the top, it will trace it and follow it around. These circles will be the part of the hub for the wheel. The spokes will come in along the edges, and it'll flame cut this very nice circle with a perfect edge, and that way we'll have 4 circles that are identical.
Yeehaw.
Then we can start punching holes in them and putting together the hubs.
This is one portion of the hub. Each one of these punch marks is where a spoke is going to go through. It's just a big bicycle wheel is basically what we're building here.
Building a big wheel calls for a machine with a big bite.
This is a Piranha punch press. If you were to put your hand in here, it would make your hand look just like this piece of material. This machine will punch through a 1-inch piece of material. The spoke hole portion of the hub is complete now. It won't be long, it'll be looking like a hub for the center of a wheel.
We're going to use this to make the wheel hoops for the outside of the wheels for our popper. The way that it works is we'll take a piece of material and put it through the rollers here, and then we roll the wheel so that we can take that bend and push it down the whole length of the material.
My arm's tired.
It was tired.
All right, stop. Let's roll it back to the other end and I'll line it back up.
Yeah,
you got the easy part.
It wasn't like we did. That's easy right now. That's it. I'm gonna sell a cardiovascular machine.
Yeah, just keep bending metal all day. All right, go the other way. That's a nice wheel.
One of the things about a spoke wheel, it's a real universal way of making a hub and a rim band so you could hook an axle to a tire, whatever size tire you want to have. I'm a firm believer in old style, old school bikes need to have spokes on them, and old popcorn machines, they look good on it.
I think it's pretty cool, dude.
Thanks.
Yeah, we could, huh? Too bad we couldn't put it somewhere where they could see it.
Let me back up real quick. Get into position. All right. I had to park my boat first. Hopefully we got this together enough that you may like it.
Okay, well, it looks like I might have a space for us, too.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, so it's coming up, and it's got to be done within a week.
Oh, no problem, but
Okay.
do you notice that it's laying on its side? Your base is gonna be...
Oh, wow.
That's great. That's the top right here.
You're kidding me.
This whole thing's gotta come all the way up. So what you're looking at is, think about this, watch. Stay right where you're at, okay? Watch me. Check this out, Frank. Now, if you actually take a look at the structure itself one more time, I would be standing...
Awesome!
Frank, it's huge.
This is gonna be big.
Frank came to us today and told us that our location where we're going to set this up is not level. So now we've got a little hitch. We're going to have to add leveling feet to this thing. The lifting mechanisms that we have for this, they're what they call sidewinder jacks. So what we're going to do is cut that into the side of this tube so we don't see it. That way we can get it level no matter where it's sitting. These will be the telescoping pieces that go inside the leg, but we need to make them fit inside. So what we're going to do is take a slice out of two sides and then weld it back together, and then we'll cut it down the other two sides and put it back together so that this will be small enough to fit inside that tube.
Started out being this size, but you can see we've took that much off of this side, and that much off of this side, and now it'll slide in there.
I'm gonna try to replicate what we have on the very top of this popcorn machine. We're gonna use 18 gauge aluminum, and I'll plasma cut the design out. And I wanna see what I'm cutting. This had a different tip, it was broad for steel, but there we have it.
That's what you get when come and take your plasma cutter and your welder in the middle of measurements, and you cut the whole wrong piece. Go find yourself a whole new sheet, dude. I walked away to get a new plasma tip to cut with because it went dull.
And there we have it.
So when I went to the other room to get it, the other team members came and stripped my table and threw everything on the ground and put all their stuff up there and took the plasma. I don't like making mistakes. Eric up because somebody else took my.
I'm not getting in the middle of that one.
I'm telling you, I'm gonna leave it just like this.
Okay.
I'm gonna put a little strap right there, right there on the tops all the way.
Okay, you, whatever you want, cowboy.
And I'll fix that gap right there.
Whatever you want, cowboy.
Keep cutting it so small.
No.
Dang.
Honestly, it's because, and I'll tell you the truth, because you guys went over there and moved the plasma cutter and all that, and I already had this one measured, and it was the one that was on the table. When it got moved, I went right back to the one that you guys had put there, and it was a different one. So I overcut the whole piece.
Eric and I might have stepped on some toes inadvertently.
Can I be totally honest with you?
Yeah.
I really think it's lame. I've spent 5 hours on these.
He was really good at dealing with his anger management.
I'll sand all this up and make it look really nice so you can't tell that it's all chawed up because I take pride in my work, even though you'll never see this ever because it slides inside the tubes and no one will ever, but I'll know I made it. Woo! There it is, dude. Shoot, only took 5 hours and I got one to fit. No, all right, 5 hours and they all fit. Finally, see? One piece of metal cannot beat me.
Now we'll be able to level that up anywhere we go.
I gotta learn how to make a lot of popcorn. So what I did is I called my friends, Kathy and Wally. They own Popcornopolis. They know how to make a lot of popcorn and they make it good.
For Frank to become the king of pop, he must first learn the 2 H's of the popcorn biz. How and how much.
Everybody gets a chef's jacket, Frank.
Oh, all right. There we go.
Be careful, don't touch the metal. Don't touch the metal. Pour it all quick. And then shut it.
You didn't tell me quick. Which is in here?
This is 48 ounces.
48 ounces.
And it'll pop about 12 gallons.
12 gallons? Oh, wow, that's a lot of popcorn.
So you'll have to get a big thing. Popcorn comes unpopped in about a 50-pound bag, so you're gonna need a very big bag.
Yeah, I think we need a lot of big bags because I want to do 800 cubic feet, which is a lot of popcorn. That was 48 ounces?
48 ounces.
Oh, okay. I got to work on a few things.
Quart-sized boxes, so what's that, 48 ounces of quart, 16 ounces in a pint, 16 ounces to a pound, 8 pounds to a gallon.
Right now, I'm finishing up on the final touches of the ornamentation that goes on the top of our popcorn maker. I plasma cutted it, and I took a 2-inch drill and cut the holes out. Now I'm cleaning up the edges. We're gonna do some trimming and size it and fit it on. So as you can see, I got quite a few cut out here.
Pieces that are being cut out up here?
Yeah, not my problem. But yeah, I know. Well, number one, they're not to scale. They're not? No. Okay. But number two, I don't know what the angles are that we're gonna have to cut on those, but they're gonna have to be sheared this way. Right. Or is he got it a different way he's gonna do it? Well, yeah. See what I'm saying?
Christoph is at it again. The maestro of form and feel is now adding futility to his repertoire.
That thing's been on the ground for far too long. I think it's time I get the fork to lift the sucker up.
As Christoph's projects continue to go a little sideways, the rest of the team decides to get the structure vertical. The question now, is the structure going to be big, or is it going to be too big?
8 inches. 4, 2, 1. 1 more inch. That's it. You're on the ground.
Nice. Very nice. Beautiful.
Hey, that's enough talking about. You two get it. Yeah.
Hey, Lisa, you know what? I'm reading this book, C.J. Creeders and Company. It's the first 100 years. That machine we have right there, it's a Creeders machine.
Wow.
So we have the guy who invented the first mobile popcorn machine. We have one of his machines. Charles Creeder's office, please. Sure, my name's Frank Payne. Okay, thanks.
Well, now that I just got the cardboard delivered, we have to lay it out and get our sizing correct because I don't want to undercut this thing. We've got a wonderful big pallet. It's a nice clean pallet. And now I'll scale it up and make sure that we can make the biggest, strongest cardboard box for the popcorn. That's the idea.
Oh, that hurt.
Well, things have been getting a little hairy out there. Christoph's made a few mistakes, and the team's getting kind of on him, against him.
We're here as a team, and you're being real stubborn like a crybaby.
I know. We're a team of professionals.
So I figure, dress up as Wink, and we're going to decorate the front of my trailer, try to build up morale, and, make it a fun place again. So hopefully it'll work.
There's your brother.
Oh my God.
Like a mini-me.
Hey, Wink.
Now,
You like the look?
so is this what I would look like without a beard, or is this what you would look like with a beard? Are we chick magnets or what?
Oh, yeah.
I want you guys myself.
It's kind of tasty. Salty.
Throw this one out here. Get that feeling of a cornfield. Kind of in the middle. There we go. Doesn't it feel like corn? Shoot. No, that's not real. How's the cup coming along?
It's coming.
Some days are a little worse than others, but sometimes a little bit of fun and playing around is is good for the morale. We got one guy on our team that's just like he's stuck in the mud, and it seems like that this guy, unless we keep him busy doing something, whether he does it right, wrong, or whatever, as long as we can stick him over in a corner and he's doing something and he's out of our hair, we can get stuff done. If it was an employee of mine, I think I'd have to go through the process of elimination.
I was outside trying to build some enthusiasm, decorating a trailer, kidding around with the guys and stuff, and, trying to build a spirit, and it's not happening. If I was going to put my finger on one dynamic of it, I'd have to look at Christoph. He's already butted heads with Eric over the plasma cutter.
Eric up because somebody else took my...
He hasn't done anything with the popcorn box, and the guys are getting quite aggravated with some of the things he's been doing.
Take the chill pill.
Christoph, your artist ego is making a problem.
If he doesn't get his act together, I don't know what's going to happen next.
The sun comes up on day 4, and 4 fabricators and an artist learn that big projects, big deadlines, and big egos can lead to big problems. The alchemy on this team is definitely not golden.
This week's been a little bit more than stressful. Try bringing these guys together as a team, and they keep breaking it down a bit. And they're supposed to be back there deciding what they're doing.
amount of friction he was causing. I guess it's better that he's gone, and so you know, we got a lot of work to do, so we just need to get back at it.
Hey guys, Wink. You guys, can you bring it in for a second? Got a moment? I hate to interrupt you, but I really got to talk to you.
What's happening, Frank?
Well, I think a lot happened. You know, I know a lot of stuff went down, and there's only 4 workers now. Will this get done?
Absolutely.
Will it be done on time?
It'll be done on time.
Yeah, it's one person telling me.
We were feeling like we had, you know, 4 workers with an anchor, and we kind of cut the anchor loose, so I think we'll be able to work a little better.
I think we can finish this project.
I think I got to know it. I think, because our reputation's on the line. We've already committed to the Newport Film Festival, and we got to have that there. It's going to take a lot more work from all of us. And if you say, I got to know, I can't have to think.
I'm comfortable.
We can do it.
Yeah, we can really do this. Yeah, we can do it. Okay? We're just going to kick some butt.
Yeah.
We're going to get this done?
Yeah.
Oh, put it in there. Yeah. All right, let's get it done. Let's do it. Let's really kick it hard.
With the 5th wheel gone and their feet to the fire, Gadget directs the heat to the burner system for the popper.
So Wink and I are going to build our own burners. We've got a couple of valves, some air inlets. We're going to weld some pipe together and drill some holes for orifices. We just need to make sure that we have enough gas and enough air in there so that we get up to our 450 degrees so we can pop corn.
So our idea on this is going to be the main burner, and then this burner is going to go in
Right dead center.
or as close as we can get it with the fittings that we got.
Yeah, well, I think we got it pretty good.
Okay.
So that'll go right in like that. And then from this area over, we'll
Do the holes, and then from
holes,
here
and then
over.
like that. We have enough leeway with the with this air valve. We should be able to get
Adjust
there
it.
and run it.
Yeah, okay.
And the gas valve. So
All right.
and then we can test it, because I would love to.
Yeah, well, we can test this we could test it by making just a clamp, a couple of pieces of tubing up and make
Well, no,
our
I mean, the
cradle.
whole thing. I want to have that on there today. I want to have the stir in there, and I want to
Yeah,
have some fresh popcorn by the time we're done
yeah,
to end the day with.
okay.
Frank wants to talk.
Oh, that's
Frank wants us there. Wink.
Hey, Wink, you got a second?
We don't.
It'll just be a second. I'm sorry.
1001.
No problem.
1002.
I've actually been working on this for a couple days now. The fates must have shined down upon us. You know this machine that we're basically doing a reproduction of it, right? And the machine's a Creeder's machine. Well, I have the Creeders himself, Charlie Creeders, right here. Charlie, come on out, man.
Yeah.
This is Charlie Creeders of Creeders Popcorn Machine, all the way from Chicago.
Wow. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet
He's the great-grandson of the man who built the first mobile popcorn machine. He's here to be answer any questions that we may have. Check out the machine. What do you think of it so far?
I think it looks great. It's a great reproduction of this little guy. I designed that one and built the first ones with my hands in about 1976. So,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I hear you're down one. If you'd like some help, I'm glad to help out.
I think we just got to get a work shirt and some gloves and
Absolutely.
let's dig in.
Well, it's fine. Whatever I can do to help.
Just like that, one man out and one man in. The team doesn't miss a beat, and the shop is hopping again.
What you need? What do you want me to do?
I ground one of these down with a sander. I think we'll have to do the other the same way, right where it adjusts.
Yeah, they get these air shutters so that you can control your airflow.
Yeah. I think if we grind that thing down a little bit, I think it'll work.
Well, you want me to do some grinding and get them to where they're going? Okay. I didn't think I'd get a chance to get into it. I make a lousy spectator. This is much more fun. Anyhow, I'll finish this stuff up.
Right now, I'm heading over to Mark Popcorn. Kathy and Wally at Popcornopolis suggested I go visit Rich over there because he takes care of all their popcorn needs. And they go through a lot of popcorn. So I'm going to see what he can do for me. Oh, man, it smells great here.
All our different sizes and popcorn machines and how
Popcorn. I can have some?
Yeah, try some.
Oh.
Theo, give him some popcorn.
Thanks, Theo. This is great.
How about Frank? Let's go.
Oh, there it is.
Hey, we got a big stack over here, Frank.
Yeah.
These are our bulk popcorn bags, 50-pound bags.
It says 35.
Well, it look like we got the 50s over there.
Okay, yeah, you're trying to get me already, man. Yeah. You got the family over here going,
came to the wrong side.
Yeah.
But out of that container that you're interested in, you're going to get about 160 of those out of one 50-pound bag.
Okay, 160 of those. So I
need about 13 of them.
Just 13 bags?
Yeah.
And that'll cover all my needs?
Correct.
Okay, so 13 bags of popcorn. Okay, I could dig that.
And then we can show you the oil. The oil's right over here, the other part of your process.
Oh, okay, let's see it. So that's 600 pounds of popcorn, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
Frank, here's the second part of your process is the coconut oil.
Okay.
Yeah, the oil comes in 50-pound pails, and it's coconut oil, and coconut oil is the best oil for popping.
Now, white coconut oil, I mean...
Well, because you have to get to 450 degrees to pop the popcorn.
Right.
And coconut oil won't burn at 450 degrees or higher. Some of the oils will burn.
Oh, really?
So coconut is the recommended oil for popping popcorn.
So, and how many of these do you think I need, you said?
You'll need, for about 1,300 servings, and you're getting 13 bags, you'll need about 4 coconut oils. Normal ratio is like 3 to 1. 3 popcorn to 1 oil.
No, okay, great. Okay. And then the next thing I guess I'll need is seasoning salt.
Yeah, salt's right here.
Oh, okay.
Here's the butter flavored salt, and we have it in a 45-pound thing, and this will be perfect for your big popper.
Okay, call it Flavacol?
Flavacol, yes. It's a butter flavored salt, and like I say, then you won't need any butter, and this will give it the color and the flavor.
And it won't have any greasy.
No, this is the salt that you're eating now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Good Flavacol. Newport, here I come.
So the piece that I'm working on right now is this is the bridge that goes on top of the pot to stir the kernels. So we'll have a little motor mounted up like this. I'm making 2 pots. They're made out of 1/4-inch aluminum. With the amount of popcorn Frank wants to pop, I couldn't find a spun kettle large enough to do it, so I got 2 smaller ones that should pop the same volume. See these lines in here? That's from the wood form. They start out with a flat sheet of metal that's pressed against this curved form, and then with grease and tallow and other lubricants, they take a metal ball and press it against the sheet and wrap it around the form as it's spinning. It's amazing that they actually get this metal. It starts to wrap around, it starts to wrinkle and shudder, and eventually they press the wrinkles out and get it wrapped around, and they take a sharp point and slice it off, and there you have it.
These will weld to the bottom of the kettle. There'll be a series of holes stamped in them right here. This piece right here will go up to it, come up and have a 90-degree break, and it'll hook onto the kettle so that everything, whenever the kettle moves, the burner will move with it.
That's the center. Yeah, that looks good.
Too light, huh?
Lisa just finished welding on these tabs to our kettles. We're able to finish up our bracket. They're welded on to each one of the burner tubes. So that makes that all stationary to the kettle itself. What we're gonna do now is we're working on our motor that goes up on the top of our bridge. And what this motor is gonna do, it's gonna rotate a shaft. It's going to be hooked up to somewhat of like an impeller down here.
Is it coupled tight?
Yeah, it's tight.
There you go.
Hey,
That'll be good.
the best part is it works.
Wink adds the finishing touches, and the team gets to popping.
Okay.
We have a flame.
Okay, we can add.
But it's hot. Well, we're going to try to pop some corn.
We're going to try and pop a little popcorn.
And see what that does.
About that.
Yeah, that's a nice start, you know.
That's good eating, huh?
Yeah.
Tastes like chicken.
Well, it's moving.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, look at that. Look at that guy go.
It's doing its job.
Is this as high as the flame goes?
Well, at this point it is. I think.
All right, we got our first snap. Scared me and I'm fearless.
All right. That's music.
Is music? Is that what they call it?
Now,
That's what I wanted, was that.
Oh, jeez.
now we talking.
Oil that.
That's good.
It's the last day, and the pressure is getting to Frank.
Well, the structure's finished, and the kettles are ready to mount. We've been without Christoph for a day now. Luckily, Charlie Creeders came in. But I still have my doubts about this getting finished, so we still have a lot to do.
The guys are feeling the heat. They have less than a day to finish.
Just don't want to fly it off. I'm feeling really good this morning. I think, I think we're doing fine. Yesterday it seemed like a lot of work, but this morning it doesn't seem like that much because it's going quickly and everybody's in a good frame of mind.
I'm trying to lay out the scallop that goes on top of the little popcorn machine over there, and they had already cut some, and the guy that cut them, he started at the wrong end. Should be making the piece first and then adding the scallop to it later. So what happens is we've got the scallop now, I'm just trying to make the most out of what we've already got there.
Oh, that's nice. Pieces I'm making here are the lids for the popping kettles. What they do is they sit on top of the pot like this. They overlap a little bit, and then Wink's making some hog rings that'll just go through here and it'll just hang on 2 rings, so when it opens, it'll just pop open.
I'm a popcorn. Let me out! Let me out! Just feeling good. This will hook to the top of the popcorn popper. And it'll be up like this, and then the bucket can swivel. Like that.
Yeah. And it'll always self-center itself, which is fine.
The kettles are done, but they still have to mount them.
If I was up there right now, my hands would be like vice grips on that.
Watch me on the edge.
You're on the edge. Don't go any further to the edge.
Way a little bit, Eric.
That's it. That's all you got.
Okay. Now.
And we're gonna slide it.
Fine.
We're installing the popcorn poppers, and we just want to make sure they're even. And when we dump simultaneously, they don't hit each other.
Hold on. Let me go. Let me figure out what's going on. I gotta know if I'm
Just
holding.
stand right there. We got it safety. Ready for a zapper?
Yep. Welding.
The hours are ticking away, and the team races to finish the popper.
9/16. 26 and 9/16.
Marking.
Yeehaw! Plummet. All we got to do is plummet now. Run a little plummet up here, a little electrical up here, clad it, windows. Oh, and that's box.
Check this out. Lisa made a test board.
Okay.
We put this on there. It's been on there less than 5 minutes. Pull it off.
No, that's good glue. Put a whole lap over like that.
Okay. Yep.
Think if I walk across it?
Okay, so those guys are working on the box, so Eric and I are going to slap the acrylic on this thing.
Silhouette dancers.
There you go.
That's it.
Yeah.
I'm yoked.
Push up.
How much popcorn have you eaten yourself in your whole life?
I wouldn't
you think?
have a clue.
Well, quit. Could you fill that up?
Oh, I think I've eaten that much.
You like popcorn?
Yeah,
then?
yeah.
So if you had to choose a candy bar or popcorn?
Popcorn.
A woman or popcorn?
Well, now let's not get that.
I'm just curious now.
Are you ready for
400,
this?
I don't mind paying.
You take a bite.
We're gonna probably need 2 of those jugs of oil. So you might as well throw it in there and we'll get started on the next one.
So Frank, we're gonna leaving the doors off for now, so you can see what we're doing, because we're gonna leave the paper on until we paint.
Oh, that makes sense.
Looks like they made it. The team prevails, and the big popcorn popper is ready for action.
It's a sea of corn.
Sea of corn, popped or raw?
Sounds like downtown Baghdad.
All right.
Smells like
Oh, it smells nice up here.
No,
Too much oil.
we don't call it a machine till he
Crank
dumps
it
it.
up.
Are you ready?
We're ready!
Turn off the flame. Come on, board. Yeah!
All right, it's a popcorn machine. That's a popcorn machine.
This don't make half pour down.
Too much oil in there. There's too much oil.
I think 4 is the charm. 5 is too much. It starts to burn on the bottom.
5
oil
you do that for?
Gonna run another short one?
5 hours in the sauna is gonna be fun.
Well, you know, that's where I got my standard.
The team pulls it off. Good thing the king of pop brought in the big popper.
I really appreciate you letting me be part of this and help out. You guys are all professional builders, and it's I just wanted to help. Don't want to be the big noise from Chicago that comes in and makes noise and talks and blows a lot of smoke. So appreciate you letting me help out.
You said something there about the big noise from Chicago.
Yes.
You know, being big is not just about building a big machine.
Uh-huh.
You know, it's kind of it's a big person, a big noise. It's giving and receiving, and you exemplified the word big. And I just want to say thank you again. I really appreciate it.
Thanks, guys.
Well said, Frank.
Eric, thank you.
With a little paint and a little polish, the big popper becomes the Mac Daddy of popcorn carts. They really did it this time. A big popper, a big crane, and a big truck.
Wow, that's a 2,500-pound, 23-foot tall popcorn popper being hoisted by a 5-ton crane. What a beautiful sight.
The team is feeling great and ready to pop. And Wink, well, I think this says it all.
Hey! Here's a popcorn party here! All right! Okay, we got some popcorn boxes and some popcorn oil. Popcorn! Yes! Oh, this is great.
On this big day, probably the biggest popcorn popper in the world just kept popping.
Okay, folks, we're ready to give away some free popcorn. The world's largest mobile popcorn machine is now open.
And Frank made a lot of new friends.
Where are you from? Irvine, you came all the way here for popcorn. I love you. Hey, get off the phone and get ready for some popcorn. Get off the phone. It's time for popcorn.
Definitely the biggest popcorn popper I've ever seen.
Looks about 3 stories tall.
It's a great popcorn machine.
Looks like a lot of popcorn. Massively impressed.
I always had a dream of a big, huge popcorn machine. And these people right next to me made this dream come true. They built this popcorn machine in 5 days. Mr. Wink Eller! Let's have a Wink! The Reverend Gadget! Our own Big Ma, Lisa Lejeune! The man who actually designed the smaller version of this popcorn machine all the way from Chicago, Illinois, Mr. Charlie Creeders!
The machine worked flawlessly and popped more than enough corn to feed all of Frank's 1,500 friends. Once again, proving our motto, build big or go home.
A big washing machine, a big barbecue. Let's see, a big washing machine, I already said that. Maybe a big dryer to go with the big washing machine, a big sewing machine, a big motorcycle, gotta have that. A big claw game, because a claw game always kicks my butt. A big American flag. Let's see, a big slot machine. Oh boy, do I like to gamble big. A big toaster. Oh, a big waffle maker. Yeah.